Roadway departure crashes are a leading cause of injuries and deaths on our state roadways. Even though there are numerous things that can be done to prevent these crashes from happening, there's simply too many lane miles to be cost-effective. Researchers with the Texas A&M Transportation Institute have developed a new analysis to pinpoint those roads where countermeasures should be implemented.
Roadway departure crashes is a crash where a vehicle actually leaves the travel lane. That can either be to the right, and if they leave to the right, they leave off the pavement. There may be obstacles there, trees, power poles. The other way they leave the road is to the left, which can lead to a head-on collision.
When a road departure crash happens, it's a chain of events that typically starts with maybe a distraction or a mechanical malfunction. So it's stuff that we as engineers, we cannot predict. That when is that going to happen? Where is that going to happen? And when it happens, everything that you did in the road to make it safe, it's not useful anymore. You need to go to plan B, which is the roadside. You need to have the roadside protected so that person's not going to die.
In this project, we're really trying to find the best systemic approach for prioritizing sites that are more at risk of a roadway departure based on actual data from Texas. We looked at speed, we look at curb density, shoulder width, lane width, and so to physically measure all of that all the way across the state of Texas was insurmountable. It's too much. So Google Earth is the next best option on trying to capture that data. And while Google is not accurate to the centimeter, for this type of information, 10-foot, 12-foot lane, that can be captured out of Google.
There's three types of things that you can do to prevent road departure crashes. You can design the road with parameters that makes it less likely. Say a horizontal curve, it's very tight, that's going to be very prone to roadway departure. You can also try to give them feedback when they are going to depart. I don't know if you're familiar with the rumble strips. The idea of that is you're distracted, you're going off the road, but then your car vibrates and that gives you some sense to go back, right? The other strategy is once you departed the road, say you're in the shoulder, the wider the shoulder, the likelihood of you coming back to the road is higher. The third strategy is, okay, that person's already out of the road, already out of the shoulder. Now let's make it less likely that that person's going to die. So if you hit a tree head on, your likelihood of dying is really high. But if there's a guardrail there, then that diminishes the chances of you dying.
I think always a good research project leads to more research. I think one of the options would be to pilot some of the districts. Obviously, Texas is a huge state with lots of geographical areas. And so we really try to see West Texas versus East Texas. Does this data, when you put in a pilot and start condensing in the site area and gather more information, does it still confirm what we think we know? And for the positive results that came out of it, we double down on what works. If we know texture works on shoulders, then we continue to find ways to do that, whether it's through construction funds or safety funds or however we go about doing it. We try to ensure that we're implementing the things that we know are good things on our projects.
For more information and to find the publications for this project, please visit the TxDOT Research Library at the link shown below.